Yes, yeah. Nice to see you all here. We had a good time in party, so some seats still free. But anyway, let's go. And so I'm going to talk about this MeeGo Developer Edition for Nokia N900. So as you can see, Microsoft is not the only one that can come up with really long names for products. So that's what we have. And a couple of words about myself. I'm the product manager for the Developer Edition, employed by Nokia. And what I do is what does a product manager do? Basically, is everything else that somebody else is not doing. So maintain wiki pages and prioritizing bugs and trying to be the kind of core user who tests the stuff and says what's good and what's not so good and stuff like that. But anyway, I've been a long time also MeeGo fan in my life, and in general, kind of open innovation, open communications, open source, and open bar, of course. And you can find about me in LinkedIn. Then about the agenda. We have 40 minutes, and I wanted to this go so that we have some time for demoing actual stuff. But then in the end, I want to have like 15 minutes of really like time to discuss, because this is a kind of a really new thing in a way, and I want to discuss about how we go forward and who can be part of this and who wants to be part of it, and how can we all together work on this. So, first of all, what is this Developer Edition? So, it's a focused effort to make the MeeGo 1.2 release usable for a developer hacker version in the Nokia N900 device. Meaning that you can actually really use it. And we have this focused means that we have said that we want to focus on certain things, and those would be voice calls, SMS, browser connectivity in general, and camera. And then on top of that, we are kind of tuning the N900 device hardware specific stuff to really work, like keys, hardware keys, power management is a big issue, stuff like that, so that you don't run out of battery immediately. You can make voice calls, that kind of stuff. And the release that we are making is based on the 1.2 trunk, so we are following that closely. And then we have some overlays, configurations on top of that. And what's most important or really important is the community contributions. So that's where you guys come along also. And I want to discuss about this in the end more. But just to highlight, this is not for regular like MeeGo 5 and 900 users. If you put this release in your device, you are on your own. You get help from the community and stuff like that, but there's not going to be any like Nokia Care supporting you or anything. Okay, so why are we doing this? Well, to get the most out of existing MeeGo investment. So after February 11, we had some things changing, but we still want to make the best out of what we got. We got a stable device, we have the MeeGo contributions, in the 1.2 release, and let's make it first in the N900. And for the benefit of the community at large. And one interesting aspect is that we are sort of like a virtual vendor making this release. So we are kind of doing the stuff that the vendor is going to be doing when she makes a device product out of MeeGo. But the thing now what we are doing is that we are doing it in the open. And everybody sees the results. So that's, I think, one very interesting aspect of this project. And like they say in Linux world, why not do it for just fun? And this is fun. So how are we doing this? In the open. It's like, if you don't recall anything else, recall this, it's in the open. So there's no corridor talks inside Nokia or anywhere else. We are in IRC mailing list, and that's it. If you think that there is something like internal happening, you can ask about it. There shouldn't be. We have talked about this in the team, and we try to think that is there anything that we want to keep radioactive? There's none. And in practice, what we do is we put some more resources to help with the N900 hardware adaptation team that has been running for some time. And you might have seen the presentations from Carsten and Harry in the Dublin conference, for example. So this stuff has been going on. But now what we do is we help the guys a bit. So we help with the UI, the applications, fine-tune the stuff. And what we have is we have a core team in Nokia, and that means internal folks like myself and contractors, and then the community. So everybody's free to join us. Highlighting this a lot, but anyway. What we do is we have weekly IRC meetings like the MeeGo projects in general, and we use the MeeGo handset mailing list as the primary mail channel. We have a wiki page. Everything should be visible there. By the way, feel free to interrupt me at any point. I want to have the questions and the discussion in the end, but if I'm not making any sense, just shout. Or if there's a quick something you want to ask. Okay, so where are we today? Maybe it's good to highlight that we actually started this 1 month ago, roughly. So March or something. So after 1 month, we have been able to produce alpha release for this event. So really targeting this event to show it, and you can download it whenever you want on the wiki. There's a link now, and you can find where we are in the wiki. So we have lots of good stuff like QA boards. They are amazing. They are producing like these test results that are in the web. QA reports.meego.com. Go there. There is now a specific section for this developer edition test cases. So you can really, almost daily basis, you can see what's working, what's not. And then we have this metrics page also. Eric has been helping a lot. Eric's not here. Anyway. And everything is visible in the open. Okay, let's have a demo then. So it's not all talk. Okay. So here we go. This is the handset.
Could you sit
Yes.
sit on a chair or something?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry if my hands are shaking, but we had just a small party yesterday.
That's a good idea. So this is the MeeGo handset UX, and you might have seen this before, but I would say that you haven't seen it like this ever. So as you can see, it's really working nicely. It's very fast, and I can briefly show what's there. So in below here there are some like most used applications like dialer, SMS, browser, and then all the rest are in the in grid here. And on the top, I can see that I'm connected to the network, and we have this nice background from Tampere. So let's try something. I'm starting the home. And there it goes. Hello?
Hello, Jukka Eklund.
Yeah, hello.
You seem to be busy up there.
Yes,
Hugging
I can make a phone call. That is super cool. Thank you.
Can you receive calls?
Yes, I can. So there are my SMSs. So I have this multitasking. Oh, thank you.
Did I do something wrong?
No, it's okay. Anyway, let's there we go. That's it about that. Then, as a kind of one more thing, type of thing, there is another UI, and this is now the new Intel tablet or new MeeGo UX, and we are having it running on the N900 also as a really experimental thing, but as you can see, it's working quite nicely. It's by no means it's not ready in a sense that it has a lot of issues, like it doesn't rotate at the moment properly. But as you can see, it's working quite nice. And what we have done is we have actually also lifted the current SMS app to this UX. So also with this UX I can make calls and SMSs and other stuff. So that's the same app. And you can get this image also, you can try it for yourself. And let's discuss in the end part that what do you guys think about this. This UX has basically all new applications, so let's show something. Contacts. As you can see, it's gonna need some work still to be really good, but showing promise. Okay, thank you, Mark. Then I want to already in this point I want to have some kudos for guys and girls. So N900 hardware adaptation team, led by Carsten here, great job. Almost there in that sense. Really amazing. Our core D team, there's Makoto, Sami, Marco back there. So these guys are putting a lot of hours into this stuff all the time. It's an honor to be in this team. In general, everybody at the IRC, this is the channel that usually we mostly hang. So basically, if you go there, you can get help for any issues. Just go out there in here in the IRC, and there are folks that can help you. Or if you want to help, just come in there, present yourself. And there will be always somebody, at least Carsten is always there.
Now you're on record for it.
Then we have already some folks who are building cool stuff on top of this. And Peregrin, for example, is a project, open source project that we already put in there. It's a communication client, so QML-based chat client that also can make phone calls, which is pretty amazing because the hardware adaptation is in place. Same thing for the Cybercom MeeGo phone, which you can find in YouTube. So Marco did that video. Really cool. There's a whole new UI concept, and you can make phone calls with that because the hardware adaptation is in place. And it took a couple of days for these guys to make it work. That's what I heard. And in general, all MeeGo lovers out there, thanks. So, how do we go forward now? We have an alpha release at this summit, and next we have a MeeGo conference in May. And what we gonna have there is again presentation by myself, but we are gonna have a great release. And I hope it stays on a stable MeeGo.1.2, so that's going to be frozen at that point. And then we have new cool stuff. So be it the UI, applications, whatever. New dialer application or new browser. We don't basically know yet, because this stuff is like coming all the time. So we are seeing all the time cool stuff coming, and that's the whole point why we do this release. To get good baseline, good base release for developers, activists, enthusiasts to make cool stuff. And if you make something, you can run it on the DE. We can even get it preload in there. Preload being in the image. We have the process. And David over there giving the speech about OBS is very cool. So also my block party that these are now in the same time these presentations. But, cool stuff. Hello, Harry. I was just thanking you a lot, but thanks again. So Harry is from the hardware and hardware adaptation team. And after the MeeGo conference, continuous improvement, and then a summer release in June. So I hope we go to the summer holidays and we have a super good MeeGo running in N900. What happens after that is open, so to say. So it depends on how interesting people see this and what is the level of contribution we are getting. We are already seeing good signs, but let's say MeeGo conference time frame, let's take another look what we have there and is there interest? Carry on. How am I doing in terms of time now? Okay, then we have plenty of time to discuss. That's good. I was hoping that we would have the Twitter feed running. We don't have it, so please, if you see in Twitter or IRC some good questions or topics, please also share them now. Carsten is at least online. So here are some ideas to get started. Do you see this as interesting activity? Or how could we make this even more interesting? How to get more people involved? What should be the content? So are we focusing on the right things? Applications, UI. You've seen the demo now and you can try the stuff yourself. So what do you think about it? So, please.
It's okay to be honest.
Yes. Somebody want to start? If not, then I will give the voice to the 4 team members, so you have to say something. Or ask something. Well, I guess, what about the interest level? So say something about that. People nodding. How about the How about the UI? Say something about. So, what do you think about the new UI? Let's make a question. Yeah.
I'll give you.
As I think you have been discussing with Jens already,
Yes.
the community UI
Yes.
project.
Good that you brought it up. Yes.
On the wiki, it would be on the wiki tonight, or actually today, it should be
Yes.
already. So we are giving out some initial concepts and ideas for how the hands-on UI should work, and this is a community effort to actually do something that everybody loves to use.
Yeah.
Which would be which would be nice to use.
Yes. So I saw the wiki page already, and I will link it from the DE wiki. So there's a idea to start making a power user interface, UML based. There are some nice concept pictures how it should work, and so that's quite interesting. I think in the DE release we can possibly enable the what was it called, the UX select or UX launch or something, so that you could actually change the UI. So you get the release, but you can change the UI later or something like that. Carsten knows more about that. Please fill in. So that's also about the open-ended devices, so to say that you could. Okay, yeah, please.
Okay, so what I wanted to ask was, my assumption is that when you are inviting people to contribute to a community effort, you're inviting both contributions to the core of the MeeGo platform running in the N900, as well as for apps.
Yes, yes, definitely so. So
Okay.
everything benefits kind of everything. So if you contribute to the core, we will benefit from it because we build against the trunk. So everybody benefits from that. If you contribute applications for this DE, then that's maybe a DE specific, but everything should be in the open anyway. So it should be in the OBS, preferably in the open, so that we can use it in the DE. So, and we have other devices as well. There are lots of community-based activities running to get MeeGo running on various types of devices. So everybody will benefit.
So my related question is basically about getting started with development for applications of the phone. What advice do you have for those persons who don't really have an N900 or don't have more than one device to spare? Do you have any emulators or anything like that? Because it's not very easy to get N900 anymore in the Finnish market.
Yes. Do you want to Makoto maybe, or Karsten, can you take that one? How to get started?
How to get started?
Without the device.
Well, if you want to start making applications, for example, then there's the MeeGo SDK, which comes with emulators, basically, and then also, I think we still have N900 emulator images. I'm not sure if they're working these days. So could you?
Yeah, so Karsten was saying that we have an emulator, but we are not sure how well it works. So that's one thing.
Right. Well, I cannot promise anything, but then if you have a great idea, and then if you can show us some sort of proof that you are able to do this, then maybe miracle happens and the N900 comes to your place from Nokia.
Yeah, it has happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as far as I can tell, even our people in Nokia plant the N900s, they are bringing the stores outside.
Yeah, I know. So N900 right now.
Actually, more of a remark to this previous thing. So last week we launched the device program service on the MeeGo.com website. So if you actually have some N900s that you are able to load to developers or give to developers, then it would be better to, instead of magically appearing N900s, it would be better to organize it through this tool. Because then we could also get experiences on that before other devices start appearing there.
So, good idea. Yeah. If we have some.
Okay, it's me.
Yeah.
I was curious about the roadmap for these kind of activities. What happens when you have your new MeeGo device coming out? Are these things going to be compatible with whatever new device is coming out?
Yeah. So
is there going to be end of life for these activities so that everything was not be open, it stays open, but then also maintenance?
yeah. So at this point in time, I'm talking about this developer edition for N900. So that's my answer. So, but thanks for the question.
Have there been any initial thoughts about implementing the Intel app client with the N900?
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. Maybe we can discuss about that later.
Because I think that would be quite nice, actually.
Yeah,
Quite the first handset which
yeah.
actually uses that.
Yeah, but the thing is that the app is for commercial products and developer edition is not like commercial.
Yeah,
And
there are
it's
three.
mostly about Atom. It's mostly about Atom.
Yeah, so it's an Atom-based program mostly.
So it would be.
But what I can say is that I was discussing yesterday about the apps beta that we have. So we are gonna have a repository for this kind of community. Henry can talk about more of that, so please see him afterwards if you're interested. So what I would really like to have is a community store app. So you can find the applications there and you can install. So that's also one idea that there might be something somewhere existing already, but if you're interested, pick it up. Let's start making that. So there is the backend stuff, the hosting is already there. There is this site appsbeta.meego.com and community, it's linked to community OBS. So David and Henry, you can.
Yeah, I hope by San Francisco it will not be appsbeta, but
yeah.
But anyway, there's an API and there are some libraries for dealing with it. So if you want to do an app store kind of file for installing these community applications, yeah, it's possible. And anyway, there's a web service where you can browse the applications. I don't know at this point whether we can reach MeeGo downloads kind of volumes where the popular applications have more than 1 million downloads, but let's see.
Yeah. Please, no hard questions.
This is just a comment that I think we can also mention about the like contributions that we received during the last 1 month. So, for example, this Fennec startup, we have a very nice plus screen, and that was done by Jabos, if I remember correctly. And then the Boot Apps Plus screen that was done by a community member. And then Rantom, for example, that's his IRC Nick. He's been filing bugs like a trooper. So there are like contributions that we appreciated and we received during the last 1 month from the open source community.
Yes.
Also a quick comment here, because we are talking about developer edition in 900 and so on before with the devices. It's important to remember everything we do with the UI can be used on any kind of device. We have quite good separation between hardware adaptation and the UI. So if the efforts going into the UI side, it's not going to be a dead end when the N900 is no longer interesting.
Right.
One more question.
Sure.
Actually, a proposal. I think that, in my opinion, it would be nice if we had one particular application in the PE edition that would actually be bug report. So I can actually instantly send bug reports and the responsible parties at the same time. So I think when we start up a few members from the community and just write up a quick UI and application for that.
It's a great idea. Something that should be fairly easy to get going. So bug reporter application. Yeah, there will be bugs, and just wanna. I guess I'm running out of time now. So 5 minutes. Oh, okay, good. So I just wanna highlight that in the wiki you can find everything. If there is something missing, contact me. We need to have everything there visible. You can start using the releases and get involved. So there is something for everybody, I would say. So you can use it, you can report bugs, you can fix bugs, you can verify bugs, you can make new applications, you can make a new UI, whatever. So there is plenty of stuff. Like Carsten said, it's not a dead end anyway. So if you do kernel stuff, you can run it on millions of devices already. So that's basically what I want to say. And see you online in the MeeGo conference, maybe some of you, I hope.
Okay. Do you have final question for Jukka?
One final hard question.
How about dual boot?
Yeah, so that we have already. So maybe it's good to mention that we had the box session last night, but if you went there, so what we have now is this U-boot that you can download from the MeeGo extras, and then you put the pre-release on the memory card and you boot it from there. So you have dual boot. Does that answer the question? Yeah. So you don't need to throw away the MIMO. You can pull from the memory card and put it MeeGo. You can update it anytime. Just put the new image in the memory card, and the instructions are in the bit. It's not hard.
One question, what is the performance if you run the MeeGo from memory card?
Yeah, there is some things that are, let's say, a bit slow. So, and it depends on the memory card. So, class 6, for example, or better. So, please have a fast memory card because it affects the loading time of applications, for example. Because we are not running it on the RAM memory or from or whatever, it's the device memory, internal memory. So we are running it from memory card. So there is going to be some performance loss there. But we are looking into this also. I kind of hope that Carsten and guys pull out some last minute fix and we get some more performance also in there. Okay. One more.
Yeah, how about this case with the PE currently, the application distribution of the device? For example, if I develop something, how easy or how hard is it to get tested on the device? Transfer from the machine from your
Okay. That's a good point. And it's to be honest, it's not that easy at the moment. So what we are...
That's not entirely true. The SDK can deploy.
Oh yeah, the SDK, yes.
It works as perfectly fine.
Yeah. So please go to the SDK presentation, which is after this, I believe. So that's really easy. But otherwise, we are also, I hope we are getting this USB mass storage mode in there, and we have some kind of UI already. So you can plug it in, get the mass storage mode, you can kind of drag and drop files to the device and install from there.
So MAD actually works currently?
It should, yes. It's not in the DE image right now, like out of the box, but it will be there. There's some issues at the moment, but it's supposed to be there.
Ask the SDK session.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we are out of time.
Okay, thank you, Jukka. Please give a big hand for